1877, Paris, Kentucky, gave us the gift of Garrett Morgan, an entrepreneur, an inventor, a hero whose creations saved countless lives. We remember the man and his innovation through artifacts preserved at the Kentucky Historical Society.
In 1914, there is a New Orleans newspaper article that details a safety demonstration of the gas mask where, as the newspaper describes, the inventor's assistant, a man named Big Chief Mason, puts on the device, which has long tentacles that reach all the way to the ground, enters a tent filled with smoke, only to emerge perfectly fine to the amazement of the audience. But what the audience didn't know is that man was not Big Chief Mason. He was a man named Garrett August Morgan, and he was not the inventor's assistant, but the inventor himself. Morgan was born in Claysville, which was a segregated community outside of Paris, Kentucky, to the formerly enslaved Sidney and Eliza Morgan. Morgan only attended school for 6 years. He then moved to Cincinnati around the time he was 14, perhaps recognizing that his opportunities in a post-Civil War Kentucky were going to be severely limited. He eventually settles in Cleveland, where he not only becomes a great advocate for the African American community, but he also puts his brilliantly inventive mind on display. He starts in sewing machine repair, where he discovers a solution that also makes a great hair care product, so he starts his own hair care line. And it's those type of inventions that give him some financial security to work on bigger inventions, such as the breathing device. The device truly was life-saving. Morgan himself used it when there was an explosion beneath Lake Erie in 1916, despite the fact that he didn't receive the credit that he and his brother deserved after saving many lives in that. The Army picked the device up and just made a few adjustments, such as adding a portable air supply that a soldier during World War I could put in a bag hung around their neck. So thankfully, the majority of us have had no need for a gas mask such as the one invented by Morgan, but there is another invention of Morgan's that the majority of us use on a daily basis, and that is the three-way traffic signal. So we think it's really important to share the story of Garrett August Morgan, as Garrett knew that he couldn't take credit for some of his work, whether it being hiring a white actor to pose as the inventor of the gas mask or not being credited for his life-saving efforts after the explosion beneath Lake Erie. So we welcome you to come to the Kentucky Historical Society to see this World War I era mask, whose genesis was really created by a Kentuckian from Claysville outside Paris in Garrett August Morgan.
For more information, visit us online at history.ky.gov. From the Kentucky History Center and Museums in downtown Frankfort, I'm Doug High.